Have you ever came across a person who was just so fucking annoying that you kind of think to yourself, no, I get it why you got divorced. Passion, Pain, and Demon Slayin, the album I will be using later in my life when I go to rehab as well. Now, this is the most recent album coming off his critical acclaim album, Speeding Bullet to Heaven. I don't believe that shit. Now it starts with Frequency. This track is telling you, as an audience, to open up your mind and sink your teeth into something that's gonna be very dark for you. Alright, so dark that you might think emo people are the most happiest thing in the world. But hey, who's comparing, right? Now this leads to the second track, Swim in the Light. Now the context of this song is pretty heavy, but it's Cudi telling you, as the audience, that he doesn't know how to cope with his depression no more. He has done alcohol and he has done drugs as well, but they're not doing it for him anymore. It's pretty straightforward when the hook itself is saying you can try and numb the pain, but it never go away. Whoa, away. Now at the same time, within the darkness, he's saying that he still has this ray of hope in the second verse, and he's trying to swim into that light, but the darkness keeps pulling him back in again. But the song kind of ends in a happy note, which is not saying much. But anyways, it ends by saying, when you're in love, swim in the light, swim in your love, let's all get well. Basically, he feels you. If you're currently going through that, he's giving you some kind of solace. He's giving you some advice within the song itself. It's pretty generous of him. The third track is released. At first I was like, oh God, the whispers. Jesus, not the whispers again. As a matter of fact, I like this song. The more you listen to it, the more you pick up on things. You get to see that the whispers are more just like the voices in his head. So it's very artistic. And it kind of creates an image in your head about this dark spirit almost being a human being himself. And he's chasing Cudi, and Cudi keeps running away. And you kind of feel the claustrophobia of this song and the desperation of the song, especially when the female vocals in the middle of the song says, I'm on the verge of breaking down, which she almost feels like she's crying herself. So it's very dark. This track is the darkest, I think, out of this whole album, which is saying a lot, because this album is pretty ominous if you think about it. Next track is By Design, which is the whole total opposite of what Releaser was. And this track features Andre 3000 himself, or how he wants to be referred as right now at the moment, Andre Benjamin. I guess that has that effect on you that it makes you want to change it to your government name. God knows why. This is basically Cudi having this spark of energy and that has been lacking prior to the song, and wants to take full advantage of it. He doesn't want the other people out there in the world fucking up his vibe, because right now he's in the moment. Andre's contribution to the song is the Midas touch that made the song go fire, especially in the third verse when he's having this interchangeable verse with Cudi himself. Then from there we go to the fifth track, which is All In. Now this track was produced by Mike Wilmaden, which was very impressive for me because it kind of made me see that he has range in his production. He's not just a producer that produces for Ray Shremmen, Future, all those Atlanta South based artists. He can actually go into an artist like Kid Cudi and produce a song that fits him. This song in the beginning, the way it starts, it kind of reminds me of Cudi Spazzin', which if you don't know, it was a song that was in his mixtapes. A kid named Cudi advised you to listen to that song because he really goes wild on that shit. What I take from this track, I feel like Cudi is talking to someone close to him. Whether he pushed that person away or maybe he just hurt that person, he wants to explain himself to this person because he knows that this person means well to him and he wants to comply to this relationship as well. Maybe something he wasn't doing in the past. And from there it goes to Illusion. This is the sixth track of the album. On the first verse, it's a brief history of how he was aware of being this victim of depression at a young age, and he learned how to cope with it. And maybe this is just my speculation by daydreaming, or maybe this was the time around the age of 13 where he was introduced to weed and drugs, and that was just one way that he learned how to calm those thoughts that he was having. Then the second verse, he's a little bit older. He's in the age of 23, and he starts to realize that maybe drugs aren't really the answers to take control of his thoughts. He starts to see that it's just it's the love and the warmth that you get from the people around you. That's where he kind of concludes that maybe this is what I need, in fact, to keep myself at peace. Rose Golden, the 7th track, which is probably the anthem of this album. This track features Willow Smith. Yes, the same Willow Smith that made that song, I Whip My Hair Back and Front, to a point of insanity, because that shit was all over the radio, but who gives a fuck at this point? The way that Cudi uses this chick is tremendous to me. As a matter of fact, I think compliments the chorus itself to the 10th power, my dude. It's really true. It's damn true. Kurt Angle there. Now this is one of the key tracks for me. It explains my life with the chorus itself. This track is vintage Kid Cudi, where he's saying, fuck the haters and spread the love. It has a sense of empowerment and embracing the feeling of doing something for you and making something of yourself. Then we go Baptized in the Fire. This features Travis Scott. Travis Scott is a known fan of Kid Cudi's, and he goes in as a fan in this track. Cudi himself, from what I can pick up, he is raging to the point of no return till the wheels fall off and he doesn't give a shit. And Travis, as a fan, is saying that Cudi, please don't go off the rails. We need you, buddy. Alright, we need you. We're out here representing what you're representing, but you're out here doing the whole different type of shit. And we need you. That's basically the gist of the song. It has a dope beat. It has a swagger with the beat. You know, you almost want to do reckless shit. Alright, please don't do it. In the name of Jesus Christ, just don't do it. Flatter for Sight / Advanced is one of the productions made by Pharrell Williams in this album. It's basically Cudi spitting game to this chick that he probably had an instant connection with, and the production from Pharrell Williams with the heavy bass and the metallic sound that accompanies the swagger that maybe Cudi is projecting upon this girl makes this track very danceable. Track 10 is Does It. This is Cudi flowing, rapping, something we haven't heard from him in a while, maybe since Indica, or if you want to make an argument about it, maybe since his mixtape days. This track is just a reminder to everyone who probably slept on him, maybe because they're not a fan of his music anymore, or maybe he hasn't been in the limelight ever since he kind of blew up with Day and Night and Pursuit of Happiness. But he's letting you know, I'm still here, bro. I'm still here. I'm still doing this shit for you. Track 11 is Dance for Eternity. This is us going into the mind of Kid Cudi himself while he's having sex, which makes me uncomfortable a bit. I'm not that much of a fan. I'm alright. I'll go anywhere with you, Kid Cudi, but not while you're having sex. That's just too much, man. That's very uncomfortable. Yeah, don't. Track 12 is Distant Fantasies. This is a track where Cudi is embracing the sinister thoughts now towards an ex. It's basically they both have this friction in the relationship, but Cudi knows that this chick can't forget about him, that he can't forget about the sex, the passion they probably had in this relationship, and he can see between the lines of her attitude. Now, track 13 is Wounds. Now, this track is talking to the audience as well, where he's saying that, look, man, I get it. We all have this moment of weakness, these moments where we don't feel like ourselves exactly, but you always have to find that person in you, that person that lives up to your truth, but in doing so, don't exhaust yourself. Mature Nature is the third track where Cudi is referencing a girl again, which is the most that Cudi, and this is a specific girl, it's not like he's doing a broad general about how he's going to do this girl, which makes me think, Cudi, my dude, look, man, I don't know what you're going through with this chick. There's a lot of chicks out there that will understand you, that will know what you're going through. Don't stay on this girl. Alright, that's my advice to you. By me saying that, that's what we're diving into the 15th track, which is Kitchen. Now in this track, Cudi is in the search of finding somebody who will understand his love, his type of love. He wants to be a committed man. He doesn't have time to be a one-night stands anymore, but a lot of these hoes don't understand that. And again, Cudi, let me buy you a drink, bro. Alright? right? We'll find that girl for you. We'll find that together, you know? Anyways, this track reminds me of Sexual Seduction by Snoop Dogg. I don't know why. As soon as it starts, I just want to say sexual seduction. Sexual seduction. Alright, I'm stopped. We're in the 16th track, which is Cosmic Warrior. This is the track where Cudi, he's coming into terms that maybe this is the man that he was meant to be, but the man that he was meant to put his heart and soul and emotions into his music, and his fans relating to it and cheering him on. Hence in the chorus where he says, I'm surrounded by infinite light maybe being the fans supporting him. We're not even in the second last track, but we're getting there. Now this is the 17th track that features Andre 3000 himself again, and it's The Guide. Now in The Guide, it's Cudi and Andre rapping about their ideal woman, a lady in the streets, but a freak in the sheets. A woman that's not indecisive or insecure about her decisions or life choices. Basically, a woman who has her shit together. Alright? Get your shit together. Women, whoever's watching this, get your shit together. For example, this is what Cudi doesn't want. So, you want to go eat something? I'm hungry. Yeah, I'm hungry too. So where do you want to go? I don't care. Just pick some place. Want to go to Burger King? No, you know I get fat. McDonald's? No, I get fat. But you just told me you can eat anything. Yeah, but I'm not trying to get fat. Then don't fucking say you're trying to eat anything. Trying to say you want Subway. Less fat in there. Oh my God. You call me fat? Bitch, I swear to God. No, I'm not calling you fat. What do you want to eat? I don't know, you choose. Lord. What? We're on to the 18th track, which is Commander. Commander's talking to the audience, basically the one that's watching this video, and he wants me to let you know that you're in command of your fucking feelings, no one else. You wake up in the morning and you decide how your day is gonna go. Hell, how your life is gonna go. Always control of your feelings, no one else. Also, do not harden yourself because of past mistakes or bad experiences. Because Cudi see other people that probably has worse lives, and yet they're having this happiness, this contagious aura about them. So he realizes, I should be like that too. You're the commanders of your feelings, no one else. Surfing, the last track. Now this is my favorite song, my fucking favorite song. Once the bass line hits, oh baby, it gets lit. In the name of Jesus Christ, that is. This is another production by the great Pharrell Williams. This is Cudi just having fun with the track. He's letting these other rappers know, look, I'm here making my own type of music, yet I'm being successful with it. I don't need your fucking cosign, Drake. Come on now. I don't need these Ghost Riders. Get your shit together. Now this track feels like an end credit song, and we need it as fans, to be honest with you. I mean, 18 tracks of his darkest thoughts. I mean, at some point we gotta celebrate the fact that we went through the mud with him, you know what I'm saying? So it's very beneficial to all of us. Overall, I think this album was great. It kind of dragged on a bit, but you kind of expect it when the whole topics are about depression and anxiety. So I'm not really surprised there. The tone was very consistent, except the last track. You want to go held him against his will about that shit, but come on, let go, bro. Man, it was the last track. I mean, we've been through, like I said, 18 fucking tracks, man. Let him have one happy moment. One, just one. Don't fucking. The go-to songs for me in this album is Rose Golden, Surfing, By Design, Baptized in the Fire, Flight at First Sight, and Mature Nature. I want to give this album like an 86. Sounds fair. And to be honest, the reason I'm giving it an 86, I mean, it's ranking on the third spot of how I rank Cudi's album. I mean, you got Man and Moon 2, then 1, then this album. So imagine what I'm giving the other albums before this one. So what do you think of this album? Was it too much for you? Did you love it? Comment down below and tell me what you think. And I'm gonna try to review this in Spanish, spread the word about this guy. I don't know, but I'm gonna do it. Just to see how it goes. Anyways, remember to subscribe for more reviews and share, because sharing is caring. And see you next time. Adios.